The first command we'll learn will be the cd command. This command is used to change your directory. Cd. Okay, first things I'd like to tell you, in command prompt, whether you use capital letters or small letters, it doesn't matter. So I like small letters, so cd is used to change directory. But now we have not changed any directory. If you want to change the directory, you need to specify if you're moving to a child directory. You need to write the name of the directory. If you're going back to the parent directory, you can just do cd two dots. Okay, system32 is a child directory of Windows. Windows is also a child directory of C, which is the root directory. Okay, so system32 is a child directory of Windows. So Windows is a parent directory of system32. If you want to move from system32 to Windows, you simply do cd two dots. If you want to move to a child directory, you can simply do cd system32. You're there. If you want to move to a child directory of system32, you can keep on going and keep on going. If you want to move all the way back to the root directory, you can do cd / two dots, and you are in the root directory. Okay, if you want to go, for example, multiple directories ahead, let's say for example to your desktop, you can do cd users. That's users. You can put a backward slash. You can put name of the user. You can do another slash in, for example, desktop. So if this path is correct, it should take me to desktop. So now we are in desktop. By simply doing this, we have gone to desktop. That's the path. So users is a subfolder or subdirectory of C, and has a subdirectory called Carson and has a subdirectory called desktop. Okay, that's the first command, cd, used to change directory. The second command we are going to learn is a dir. Dir command is used to list the files and directories in a directory. So if I do dir, enter, it lists all the files I have and all the folders I have in my desktop. See, we are in a desktop. Okay, so in the desktop, this is what we have. So directory of C users Carlson desktop. These are things in my desktop. We have some PowerPoint presentations, some directories, we have some documents, some text, some docs, some Word documents. That's it. We can open anyone from here. We can go anywhere we want to go. But that's just it about directory. It is used to show what you have in directory. This next command we're going to learn is a CLS command. It is used to clear your screen. So if I type CLS enter, my screen is cleared, so I can have a fresh screen to keep on typing. So we're going to be using it a lot. It's just something to keep in mind. CLS can be used to clear your screen. Next command we're going to learn is how to make a directory. Okay, but before we do this, I want us to come back to the root directory from where we'll be making this directory. Oh no, let's just, and then Carson cd two dots. Yeah, let's be here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we don't have a lot of commands here. Well, we still have a lot of things. cd two dots. Okay, we're going to work from here because it is there are not a lot of files there, so that we can be seeing what we're doing. To make a directory, you type mkdir, or you simply type md. So I'm going to make a directory with both both keywords. First mkdir, and the first directory we'll make will be d1. That's the name of the directory. It's like we're saying create a new folder and name it dir1. Enter. It's been created. And I'm going to make a directory again using md dir2. That's it. It's there. Now if we do dir here, we're going to see the lists of this directory. We're going to see dir1 and dir2 have been created in our directory. It's been created in directory users. Okay, so they're not actually users. We're going to remove them after. That's just a command to make a directory, and you can even make a directory in this directory. We're doing cd dir1 enter, and we can create another directory in here if we like by saying md whatever it is, or we can navigate to all of that, but no, we're not going to do that right now. You can play around with that to see what you get. The next thing we are going to learn is the rename. There are two ways to rename. We can use ren, or we can use re. That's the whole key, the whole name, rename. Yeah, right. Okay, so we're going to use both ways to rename the directories we have created. I'm going to say rename. To rename, you need to write the name of the directory you want to rename, and then space, you write a new name. New name will be folder 1. I want to change directory 1 to folder 1, so just say dir1 folder 1. It's been renamed. If I do a dir again, I'm going to see that I have, instead of dir1, I have now folder 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rename the second folder by using ren instead of folder name, space dir2 space folder 2. Okay, mind you, you can rename it any name you want. I just wanted to rename it folder 1 and folder 2. It doesn't matter. I'm clearing my screen now, but just before I do that, you should see what we did again. Rename can either be ren or the full name rename. You put the name of what you want to rename and the new name you want to give to it. Okay, this can work for folders, can also work for files. It doesn't matter, but for files you must make sure to give the extension at the end of it. So if you want to rename a text file, you put the rename, the text file you want to rename, dot its extension to a new name, dot the extension. Okay, and also works well. Okay, so next thing we're going to learn would be the command to create a text file. So to do that, we are going to move into the folder we just created, cd folder 1. We're here to create a text file. There are a couple of ways. We are going to learn two. The first method we're going to learn how to create a text file is using copy con. The second is using echo. Copy con. So if you want to create a text file, simply type copy con space, you put the name of the file you want to create. Name of the file you want to create. Let's create a text file called tools.txt. Don't forget the extension. Now if I hit enter, I can start typing. You can type on multiple lines and type as much as you want. You can do whatever you want. Say this is a text file to that talks about, come on now, about tools and their importance to the society. Right, for example, this is a text file. Enter. Tools are right, or can at times be referred to as equipment. Okay, the plural of equipment is equipment, right? Okay, we can keep going on and typing. There are many different should be an I, different types of tools. Okay, we can keep pressing enter and enter and typing. If you want to terminate this, you need to do Ctrl plus C, and now it tells you that one file has been copied, which means we have created a text file. Now if we do a dir in this folder, we're going to see that we have a new text file. tools.txt, and that's the time and the date we created the text file. So this tutorial or this small video is being done on the 7th, that's in the 1st of July 2020. Wow, it's pretty early and I'm already up. Alright, CLS, let's clear our screen. That's just the first way to create a text file. We are going to create another text file in folder 2. We're going to create another text file in folder 2 by using another method called echo. But here we need to type our text on one line. All you need to do is to write echo space, type the text you want to type, and then end it with this to any text file. Okay, this is a text file I wanted to create. You write echo, and then you put space and you type whatever you want to type, and then you use the greater than sign, and you put a name. Greater than, you put a name of the file you want to put here. You want to put anything. This .txt, and that's it. If you hit enter, it's done already. If you do GIR here, you're going to see this .txt. Okay, so that's the second way how we can create a text file. Next, we're going to see how we can see these text files. If you want to see the text file we created in folder 2, I'm going to show you two ways to do that too. You can do that by simply typing the name of the text file. It is this, right? You can just type this .txt, and it's going to launch Notepad and show us, right, the text you want to type, and then enter it with this. That's the text we type. Now, there's another way to do that. I'm going to demonstrate that way on the second folder which we created, and that folder was folder 1. So I'm going to go to folder 1. I'm going to type type. This is a way you can open the text file in or directly from the command line interface. The other method we use by simply typing the name of the file and extension. As you can see, it open it in the Notepad application. But if you want to open this text file directly from command line, you need to write the keyword type, then you write the name of the text file, tools, space first, tools.txt, enter. Now you can see the text file which we typed previously is now showing in the command line interface. Okay, that's pretty cool. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to compare two files. For example, we want to compare tools.txt with this.txt from the folders we created. First, we need to come to the parent folder that contains both of them, and we're going to type FC. That's the keyword to compare files. And we're going to type the path of both files. We'll type folder 1. We'll put /. What is in folder 1? Oh, my best guess. What is in folder 1? What is in folder 1? That was tools, right? Tools.txt space. We type folder 2. So compare tools.txt from folder 1 with this.txt from folder 2. Now if I hit enter, it compares. It says comparing files. Folder 1 tools this, and folder 2 this, that. Okay, So it is comparing that, it is telling us what the names are, where they are, what's in them. This way you can use to compare two files. Okay, I'm just showing this an example, but know that FC is used to compare files. The next command we're going to learn will be the move command. How can we move one thing to a different location? For example, we are going to move this.txt from folder 2 to folder 1. To do that, it must be in the root directory, or the parent directory that has both directories. Okay, you need to be in a directory that is let's say it's common to both of them. That's big. That's you know what I mean. It's like the parent directory to them. Okay. Still, if folder 2 was in folder 1, we could still move. Then we would have to be in folder 1 by then. Okay, so now we're going to do this by simply typing move. Move command is used to move something. We're going to move folder 2, not folder 2, but what is in folder 2. I'm going to move this /this dot txt. It's basically the same syntax with comparing, unless we are putting here move, and then we put what we want to move, space, where we want to move it. We want to move it to folder 1. Okay, we just want to move it to folder 1. So if I hit enter, it says 1 files moved. Now if I go to folder 1, if I go to folder 1 directory, I'm going to see that we have 2 text files here now. We have this.txt and tools.txt. And if I move to folder 2, it is absent. You can play around with that to see for yourself. It is no longer there. That's how to move. The next command is copy. What we're going to do is we're going to copy tools.txt to folder 2. Okay. In this case, the text file tools.txt will be in both directories. It will be in folder 1 and also be in folder 2. So the way to do this is to simply type copy, and as you can probably guess, or decide which is true, you just need to type what you want to copy. I want to copy something from folder 1 called tools, right? Tools. Okay, please make sure you spell what you're doing correctly. Space folder 2. Yeah, we just copy into folder 2. So if there was a subdirectory in folder 2 which we wanted to copy, we can do this. Put the subdirectory, do that again, keep putting subdirectory. That's / subdirectories, and we keep going. So if I hit enter, it says 1 files copied. When I hit enter before, it said 1 file is moved because we are moving, and it says 1 file copied. So if I go to folder 2, I'm going to see a copy of tools.txt right there. So that's the way to copy. The next command we're going to learn is the command to delete. How do I delete something I do not need anymore? If you want to delete, for example, tools from folder 1, you can just go to the folder and write delete, or let's say we can delete it from here. Let's try that out. DL is the command to delete. So you're going to say del. We're going to type folder 1 /tools.txt. Okay, we could still navigate to folder 1 and just type delete tools.txt. If I hit enter, it doesn't tell me anything and it's gone. So if I go to folder 1, tools.txt does not exist there anymore. Okay, that's just the way to delete it. And now, yeah, you can go, you should go there and check it out, but I'm not going to go there. Let's keep this video short. Okay, so the next thing we're going to learn is remove directory. How can we remove a directory? For example, I want to remove the folder 2, I simply type remove rm remoe. That's a remove, complete remove. You can type you cannot type remove. Okay, what you can do is you can say rd, means remove directory, or you can do rmdir to remove directory. Okay, so to remove a directory, to delete a directory, you do that. To delete a file, you use delete. To delete a directory, you use rmdir, or you simply use rd. So you're going to I'm going to show you both methods. First, rd folder 1. Okay, mind you, this is not going to delete because folder 1 is not empty, but I'm going to show you to do that. So the directory is not empty, so you cannot delete a directory that contains other things in it. Okay, so to do this, you will need to add an attribute to say delete this directory with everything inside. Okay, and now to do that, I'm going to show you the second method, rmdir. Okay, both methods will work. Okay, it's just the parameter I'm going to add here. S, delete folder 1 with everything inside. That is what this line is. Okay, mind you, I can still use rd here. I must not use rmdir. I just wanted to show you rd and rmdir. That doesn't mean rd cannot delete this or rm can do this. Nope, it's all the same. If I like, I write rd here, enter. You say folder 1. Are you sure that you want to delete this folder? If you type y and hit enter, it's going to be deleted. If you put n, it's not going to be deleted. If you put any other thing, it's going to refuse, and it's going to keep asking you until you choose either y or n. So yes, I want to delete it. Now it is gone. It is deleted. Okay, CLS. Let's clear the screen now. If we do a directory here, we're not going to see folder 1 anymore. We're only going to see folder 2. Okay, so now how do we hide a folder? That's the next thing we're going to look at. How to hide. We hide by using the keyword attrib. So for example, we want to hide the contents of folder 2. Let me go to folder 2 first. Folder 2. Now there's no space here for 2. Now if we do dir, we have tools.txt in that folder. Let's create another directory first. mkdir dir sub, doesn't matter. I just want to show you that it would be hidden. mkdir nor bridge. So I've created 2 other folders, 2 other directories or subdirectories in folder 2. So we have dir sub, we have not bridge, we have tools.txt. These are the things we have created in that subdirectory. Now we're going to hide them. The way to hide them is to do attrib. Is to go navigate to the folder, do attrib, do plus. If you put a plus, this means read only. Okay, if you put a plus h, it means hide. Okay, if you put a plus s, that says some system file, system stuff. Yeah, you should check. I'll show you how to check that out for yourself. If you do this, means hide everything. For example, like we did s before in the delete, in the remove, to remove everything. So remove all files, right? Remove all directories. No, in this case, hide them all. So if I hit enter, it's done. Now if I do a dir here again, there's nothing. It says 0 files, but that's it. There's nothing. It's nothing is showing. Nothing at all shows because we have hidden them. Even if you navigate to your Windows manually, you're not going to see them. You can try that to see for yourself. Okay, now the way to unhide is to do the same thing, trip, but this time instead of using plus, we use minus. It says unhide. Yeah, this one says remove read only. So if I hit enter and do JR again, we're going to see everything else that was there. If you get back, you're going to see them now. These are the things we created. They are showing here again. So that's the way to hide it. You can use this method to hide information from your flash drive, from hard drives, whatever. Hide anything. You can use these to write some batch applications to hide your stuff. I mean, there's just many ways. There are many things you can do, but we are going to look into that later. We just want to keep this simple and at the level of the beginner, just to get you started with CMD. Okay, we almost done here. What we're going to learn now is one thing I think is really helpful, and it's help. Help is the command used to list what you can do with command prompt. Okay, these are the things you can do. You can do lots and lots of things. For example, if you see with this, you can type displays content of a text file. So remember we used this. There is ver. This can show the version of your Windows. So if you just type ver enter, it shows you the version of the Windows you're using. There is WMIC. This WMIC information. There's vol, displays your volume. There is X copy, copies files and directories, trees. We did not look into that, but it's good to look into that. There is RD, remove the directory. Remember, there is prompt. These are the things we did. Some of these we did not do most of this because there are lots and lots of commands and has sub commands inside. So those are the things you can do with command prompt. You can always come here, read what it does, and try to do something. For example, color sets the default color, contents, stuff like that. Right, let's use this one. If you want to check color, you can just say color, and if I hit enter, it's going to do nothing. Okay, if I say color again and I put question mark, okay, it did not show me anything. I'm supposed to put a space first. So if you say color space question mark, it's going to show you what's in there. So if you want to check what is in a command, for example, in all this help you don't know, just write it again, put a space, put a question mark, and it's going to show you. So it says all of these, read that if you care. But what it's saying is you can write color, you can put two attributes. The first attribute will be the background color, and the second attribute will be the foreground color. For example, this color that I use all the time is color space CF. This is hexadecimal, okay, from 0 to F. So if I hit enter, that's what I have. Well, I don't know about you, but I like this. I use this a lot because I just like to keep it there. Okay, but these colors will disappear immediately you leave command prompt, so don't worry. If you want to save it, it's another way you can do that, but we're not looking into that today. Okay, so that's it. CLS. There's one last thing we're going to show you. Yeah, but about this help, let me show you attrib. For example, attribute is what we use. Let me see. Attrib, you can use this, put a question mark, that sequence, this forward slash is also like a space, and if I hit enter, it's going to show me the things inside attrib. So for example, set an attribute plus clears an attribute, A read only, R read only, A archives a file, S system file attribute, H hidden file attribute, I not contents, index, blah blah blah. Keep reading that. That's what we were basically doing when we wanted to hide a file. Okay, we can use this to hide files and folders. So I just wanted to show you the help here. The last thing I'm going to show you today is how to exit. To exit, you simply type exit and command prompt will exit. So if I hit enter, we are going to leave command prompt. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.